What's up, guys? Frank M Tech here. Let me see how it looks sideways. Rotate device. God damn it. So I gotta keep you guys like that. It's kind of crazy. Alright. Almost busting my ass on this bumper looking at the freaking camera. Don't see no comments. I wonder if I can see the comments. I'm actually, guys, show comments. Alright, guys, I'm actually... What's up, Nick? What's up, Harley? I see some comics, it pops in and out. Alright, there you go. Alright, basically, I'm going to do a brake job. I want to see how this is going to work out. The tripod I have for my phone actually goes sideways. That's what it goes. See how this is going to work out. I doubt how this is going to work out. This is probably not going to work out pretty good. I don't know how everything looks. Because I'm actually using... God damn it. Show. Can't see the damn comments. Alright. Let's see if anybody else is here. Wanted to know how the quality looks for this whole live stream. I'm actually using the I'm actually using YouTube. What the hell you call it? The YouTube app for going live. So basically, as the title says, gonna do some brakes. Brake job on this. I'm gonna do front pads and one rotor. The other rotor I did probably a couple months ago, so the pads are still good. Let's see if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. Boop. Ah, sugar doogie. Yep. The brakes are still good on this, big time. But let me go back to the other side. The brakes, I don't know if you guys can see, but here, there's like nothing left. It's like metal to metal. As you guys, I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah. So, see, trying to mess with this whole thing. Alright. Who's here? Michael, what's up? Chris, what's up? Harley, Frankie M, what's up, man? Let me turn the camera around. I'm just trying to figure out this whole Google or YouTube going live. I'm trying this whole, see if I can see the app, the comments. What's up, everybody? What's up, Orlando? What's up, everybody? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that didn't look all that great. Saw my eyeballs all closed up. Alright. Basically, what I'm going to end up doing, like I said before, I'm going to do the two front pads and the rotor on the side because I already did the brakes on the other side with the caliper and loaded. Because I ended up doing upper and lower ball joints. So, let's see how can I do this. I don't know if I can put you guys up so you can see me doing a brake job. So let's see how this is going to work out. Alright, let me turn you guys around so you can see what tools I'm going to use. So basically I got, first thing first is going to be my ratchet. Like I always tell you guys, my favorite ratchet, the Craftsman one. An extension with the Allen key on it. I think it's size 5. Nope. Size 6, 9. It's actually size 9. To take out the wheel caps. The center caps on the wheels. Because these are the wheels on the Cadillac. 19 to use on this. This is actually a puller, but I use it with these double 2-piston calibers. So I can put the pads in and slam in the pads and the pistons in. My brake lube, you guys can see. Permatex ceramic extreme brake part lubrication, contains ceramic solids. So, and that actually goes for extreme heat below 50 degrees and plus 3000 Fahrenheit. And I got another one also, so you guys can see another one that I do use, about the same thing, which is actually supposed to be actually better than the actual one I have. So I didn't use this yet, but I actually do use this brake lube a lot. There's another brake lube I use a whole bunch. Today, probably later today, I gotta go to Napa and actually go to Napa, pick a tub of this and some pig mats for me. And let me see if I can see the extreme close-up. Yeah, Harley, you need to get a magnet foot tripod for filming yourself. Yeah, you know what, Harley, definitely. I saw Colin's with that new tripod with the magnet. I like that. All right. hammer to hit off the freaking rotors. As you guys know, here in East Coast we get a lot of rust, so I use my wire brush and my angle grinder. As you guys can see, if she's a fucking husky, what I'm gonna end up using. Boom, boom. All right. So what I can end up using, the angle grinder and the actual wire wheel to clean in between the hubs. This one not so much. Well, let me see. Light is all up in my. All right, there you go. But anyway, like I'm saying, for the driver's side, not too much because I'm not gonna take off the rotor. I already did that side already. Probably I want to say 4 months ago. This side, I actually did the brakes, not the brakes. I did the wheel bearing on the other side where the brakes actually messed up. So I'm gonna end up lubing a bunch of stuff, but I'm gonna actually where the clips actually goes, and everything else. I'm gonna wire wheel and make sure I take all the rust out of there. Lube the hub, the front of the hub, lube all the lug nuts and everything I have to do in the back of the pad. Basically, that's how I do a brake job. If I have to take off the rotor, I'll clean the back of the hub with the rust and lube it all up. So next time, if for any reason I have to do this job again, I have to take off the rotor. It'll come off pretty easy. Trying to take off my tool cart. Almost hit the car, my Civic. So I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna put you guys up so you guys can see me. And of course I can't see your comments. Let me see. There you go. Close up to get a magnet. What's up, Chris? I see what's up. All right. Let me see how we can do this. How we can. Where the hell you gonna put you guys? I could put you guys somewhere, but probably bust ass. Let me see. Let me flip you around. And let me see if I can sit you up right about there. Oop. Oh shit. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if this is gonna work. Trying to get this to work. Let me see my tripod. Tripod only works sideways. So this is what is gonna happen. Sorry guys, I'm doing this on the fly. Trying this on the fly. Oh yes, I can definitely do this. For any reason, I turn off the phone by mistake because I'm putting this tripod on. Uh-oh. That's not good. Here, let me go around this way. Oh snap. You guys like, God damn it, freaking phone. It's all over the place. There you go. Okay. Let me see if I can hang you up somewhere. You guys can see me doing work. Definitely. I know you guys can see me here, which I'm gonna wrap this tripod right around here. I'm gonna wrap you again. Do. Look at that. Looking good. Looking good. A little crooked, but looking good. Look at that. You guys can see me now. Alright, the only thing that sucks is now I have to go get. I gotta remember the camera's up there. I usually see it sideways where I look at to the left. Alright, guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna end up getting some gloves so I can start working. Back again. Gotta keep my hands nice and clean. So I'm gonna start working and doing some of these brakes. Try to knock this out really quickly. I got another customer coming in a little bit later. We'll see what time he gets here. Alright, so we'll get the air gun. Basically, this is what I do on a brake job. I got the back door, the front door closed. A little chilly for me. So, this is how I do a brake job. Did I get the right sound? Always remember, when you're doing brakes, especially when you're taking out lug nuts with a gun or an air ratchet, always, you know it's gonna go, when you take it, when I'm taking it out, it's gonna go to the left. So the bolt is gonna go over here. So if I had an air gun or an air ratchet up here on the top, what's gonna end up happening is this is gonna come up and it probably smack me because I just finished taking out the bolt. Instead of smacking myself in the face with the actual caliper, I'm gonna put the bolt back in on the bottom and then take out the top, because it does happen. You will smack yourself in the face with a caliper for any reason. Give me 1 second. I just heard a customer come in, or somebody came in. Let's see. I'll be back, guys. What's up, guys? Sorry about that. Dealing with a customer right now. Let's see. Fixes dumb brakes. LOL. Alright, guys. Yeah, like I was saying before, if you're taking off calibers and take out one bolt, that bad boy is gonna just flip up on you. And the thing I forgot to actually get was my actually little pry bar. I'll be right back. There you go. As you can see, my little pry bar. It's actually like a Craftsman, old Craftsman. How you can see? Can you see it? Old Craftsman. There you go. Old Craftsman screwdriver, which I beat the hell up big time. And yes, as you can see, this is locked in there. And then we're gonna see. I can tell you right now, it's probably these pads. Nope. They think it went down to metal. think you still have a little bit more left. So let me see. See what ended up happening. So pins right, and we probably got a fucked up caliber. That's probably what we have. Probably a fucked up caliber. We'll see how it is. Picking out a mess. Let's do this. See how bad it takes to push it back. As you guys can see, this is actually, how do you say it? Right here, OEM. All right, as you guys can see, OEM. There's actually a puller. I actually use this for calibers. These big boy calibers. I got something smaller, but it doesn't work too much with these big ones. And by hand, it's not too crazy. I know they have one where you squeeze it, but I'll tell you this right now. This. You hear that? You guys hear that? It sounds like a bad fucking hose. A proportionate valve. That's what it sounds like, fucked up proportionate valve. And I can tell you this right now. It's probably not going to be a brake job today. Probably going to be calibers and something else. And let's see. I already prepared the customer for, let me see, so a blue wrench. Put it on the timeout. Please turn the phone sideways. I was trying to put the sound on phone. Yeah, we can get the full view of the honors. All right, let me see. Let me see. Sideways, because I don't think you guys can do sideways. Can you see anything sideways? I don't think you can do anything sideways. Brake sounds horny. See, sideways you can't do nothing at all because it's telling me to rotate it. Probably, if I go the other way. Jesus Christ. Of course, I had to move it. Yeah, it won't go sideways. Definitely won't go sideways. Hide for right now. You're gonna hide the chat for right now for me on my side. Damn it! I moved it. Now it's gonna go on there. Uh-oh. I think I broke something. I think I need a new tripod. No, I didn't break it. There we go. Thought I broke it. There you go. Hopefully you guys can see it. But yeah, like I was saying before, the customer already told the customer he's gonna probably end up needing something else more than pads. Look at that. It actually goes in pretty easy. You guys hear that? Probably the ABS pump say, don't do this to me. So, get back to the other one. Probably. Sounds and looks like we are good. That's what I think it is. Freaking power steering pump. I mean ABS pump. ABS pump is not making noise. Portioning valve, master. One of those is making noise. And should be good. Now they wore somewhat even. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. Somewhat even but uneven. Top is actually worn out a lot more than the bottom. I can see it on this side. Yeah, you can see more on this side than on that side. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna end up needing pads. These went out way faster than the other one because, like I said before, I did the other side. Let me see if I can see the comments. Show comments. Bring. No. Damn it. Watch you mess it up. Anyway, alright. Let me get back to this. So caliber good, everything else is good. The clips are actually shot. So what I'm gonna do, and like I was saying before, this can actually whack you up or whack you in your face if you try to do the top. So that's why, since I'm using an air gun, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So these had Loctite, so what I'm gonna end up doing is put Loctite back on. You guys can see these clips are beat. That's actually supposed to be one piece. One piece. And it's all rusty. Man, they're rusty as hell. Garbage. These pins are garbage. What is the garbage? As you guys can see, I already changed that hub. Should change the wheel bearing at one point. So what I'm gonna end up doing, so you guys can see the back of the rotor. It's still good, right? I can probably cut this. Yeah, right? Can't cut that shit for nothing. I won't even waste a blade on that. Can't see the dang comment. There you go. You're pushing debris into it. Sound like a well. Yeah, Drew, I'm probably putting debris right back into the freaking pump. It's all good with my hood. Well, actually, no, really. I'm really not, because I actually did a caliber on the other side, so I actually flushed the whole system about three or 4 months. I think I did the caliber on the other side, so I flushed out the whole system. So there, I don't think there's any debris inside the brake valve, brake system and whatnot. They're definitely not pushing nothing back in. So, what's up, Juan? Frank, what's going on? Nothing much, man. I'm just trying to hear doing brakes. Never heard that sound. Yeah, that sounds like the ABS. Yeah, Drew, you're probably right. Probably making ABS fucking valve inside the fucking ABS pump, probably fucking screaming, slamming that freaking fluid right back in there. But anyway, like I'm saying, all this is already nice and clean already. So what I'm gonna end up doing, just lubing this whole center up with the other lube. I don't want to waste my good lube. That shit actually is really expensive as shit. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, this is the other cheap brake lube that I use if I have to do cheap brakes and people want to do cheap jobs. This is the lube I use. You want to use cheap brakes, you want to use all that cheap stuff, that's fine. I'm not going to use my good stuff for them. They still get lube, but not good lube. What I'm going to do is let me clean it. Just cleaning all that metal shavings, all that metal shaving back of the rotor. It's all over the fucking place. There you go. Nice. Clean. Let me finish lubing up the sides. That's what I'm doing, lubing that bad boy up. And this is what I'm gonna do, so I can show you guys, so I can do it here in front. I'm gonna dirty that up. You can see what I do to clean this. Hopefully I don't block you guys. I probably am, but I'll try to not block you. I do it sideways. So what I'm gonna end up doing is, you guys can see rust here and rust here. Same thing where you put the clips on, from behind the clips. So what I'm going to end up doing is, I'm cleaning all that rust off. It's actually pretty thick though, so it's some thick rust. what I'm gonna do is my angle grinder with a green cookie. Alright guys, I want you to see right here. You see that? Oh, back here. You see this right here? That's actually rust. That's actually rust, and what happens behind, let me show you real quick. So basically this is the clip. So what ends up happening behind, you could say right here, behind this clip where the pad goes onto, let me get the pad. Over here in Jersey, what ends up happening is, that's where the pads sit. Yeah, there you go. Make it easier for yourself. Alright, see where the pad sits on the clips. Right behind the clips, over here, you can see where all the rust and everything was hitting it. Right there. You see the shining spots? That's where the the rust was actually hitting it. So what was happening is it was actually squeezing these clips in and holding and locking this up. This is what happens a lot over here in Jersey. So this is what I do. So this is what was happening. It was actually holding that so it won't go back and forth. So this is why I use anger grinder first, so I can clean all that rust back here. You see it back here? You see that, all that back here? That's why I clean it. You go to the other side, same thing on this side, and same thing on that side. You see it? And then if you actually look at the bottom also, same thing. I got buildup of rust. And that actually pushes up the pins and squeeze the pads into where it locks itself and it doesn't move at all. Or every time you press on the brakes, what the brakes end up doing is keep on and it won't release because they're squeezed together. That's what I end up getting over here in Jersey a lot. So I say 90% of the times that's what caused these brake jobs, or what caused these brake pads to go down to like nothing. So that's why I tend to do a lot. Alright, since I'm done with all that cleaning, I'm gonna lube the bottom and the top before I put the clip in. Reason why I do this is for help it not to rust, and not only that, for any reason I have to take off the clip again, I can yank it off, and I don't have the clips at all for me. Think I ever thought about getting let's go ahead and clean those carriers. A blast cabinet is gonna be way too much. Getting from work, it's a long day. Yeah, I would like to get like a sandblasting cabinet. The only thing is, it's too much freaking place, and I don't want to go through the whole hassle. I gotta pull the pins, the boots, and everything else. Like these boots, these pin boots. What's gonna end up happening is I gotta yank these out and I gotta replace them. If I don't need to replace them, I don't have to. And for the blasting cabinet, I have to take them out. As you can see, I gotta end up grinding these freaking pins, as you can see at the top. So what I have to do first, let me put up the clips and everything else. Let me go get the clips, the thing. I would assume it is road salt that caused all this rust. Yes, road salt and rain, water, all that shit over here in Jersey. Somebody trying to call me? No, better not call me. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm back. I didn't have hands to bring the clips. Boom. You guys from the West Coast that don't do too many clips because of this reason, this is probably why you get brake pads with clips on it, because of us over here in Jersey. Or in actually the East Coast, you can say. I replace these clips all the time. They come with the brake pads all the time. If the customer want to go cheap on the brake pads, they don't come with it, I'm not going to replace it. I'll try to be careful and actually try to clean the actual how you can say clips itself, which is hard sometimes because if they're really rusty, I have to order them anyway. So they're not the same. They're all different. No, they're all the same. So they all go to the same place. New clips, and what I'm gonna do now is more lube. Of course, you always gotta have more lube. So I'm gonna lube same spots where the pad goes. That's a little bit too much. Alright. Lube all the contact pads, right where all the everything goes. That's why I lube. I lube everything. I lube everything at all times. I lube everything. Now, as you can see, this is like almost dry, and this one is rusty. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna go to my wire wheel, clean this all up. I'll probably do both of them real quick. This one's a little bit lubed up, but I like that lube. So what I'm gonna end up doing is cleaning this up with the wire wheel over there with the big one. And what I'm gonna end up doing, what I'm gonna end up doing is cleaning these up with the wire wheel, coming back, cleaning them up again with a rag and brake clean, lubing these up and putting them back inside the caliper so they can be lubed up. Bam! Boom. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, spray the shit out of this rag. Without dropping it, but I dropped the rag. What I'm gonna do is cleaning these all up, taking off the old grease off. I'm not gonna go too crazy with the grease inside the caliper because it really don't have that much grease in there, as you can say. Now, what I'm gonna do is making sure these boots are 100%. Yeah, they're good. They're still good. All right. And now we're gonna lube the hell out of these. Lube them. So you guys can see, lube the hell out of these, and then back and forth. In and out. Look at that. Nice and smooth. Only when you lube it, it's nice and smooth. Alright. What I do, they get airbound. These things. I don't know if you guys can see how I get airbound. I get my pick. Harbor Freight picks, as you can see. I stick it in there and take all the air out. Damn it. Let me get more air bound in there. Let's see if I can get air bound again so I can show you guys. Right there. Alright, as you guys can see, it get air bound. As you can see, it gets an air bubble. Get the pick, take all the air out, and you're good to go. And it tucks in, but it goes back and forth, so you're good. Now we're going to do the same process on the other side. Clip is coming out, clip is coming out. Do it like a tiger. Don't mind me, guys. I'm a little wacko, especially when you work by yourself. You talk to yourself a whole lot. There's no doubt about that. What I have to get is like Phone and Customs have that magnet tripod. I'm gonna probably get that and probably do some more live stream, me working, like Chuck does, the interior, auto interior pros, Chuck. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit if I have time. That's the only thing, if I have time. I got a little bit of time because it's like closer to the end of the day already. Nice. And you see how the bushing, see how that goes? And instead of, the reason why I do this is because you see how it pushes out. When the caliber is on, the caliber is on, that pin is actually going to be pushing that caliber out, and it'll be hard as hell. So what I do is take a stick and move the thing out. I don't know if you heard it, and then pss, all the air came out. And now I'm going to make sure in and out, more air bound. So boop, and then we're good. They're both good, and this is ready to go. I'm done with this part of the caliber. Yes, it takes a little bit more longer with me, but this is how I do brake jobs here in Jersey, because I don't want that customer to come back. Well, I want him to come back, but not for the same shit. So, alright, so you guys already saw me loop this bad boy up, and what I have to do is clean that rotor. We got a new rotor over here, so give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, just had to measure the rotors to make sure they're the same ones. Alright. Boom. I know it fits, so now you guys know my fingerprints, all oil and everything else is freaking all over this rotor. So what I'm gonna do, going crazy, and clean the rotor off. Alright, my little trick of holding this rotor. I know the rotor's all over the place and I hate this. I really, really hate this. It goes all over the damn place. What I tend to do, I got an axle nut and a washer. The axle nut, I get the flat side on the rotor, and I actually get the washer and put it in the front. And what I do is get a lug nut, and there you go. It's nice and tight. Tight like a tiger. Now it's tight. Tight, and I don't need to worry about this. I don't need to fuck with this while I'm putting the caliber bracket. So now, done with that, let me clean this side of the rotor. And we're good to go. Now we're ready. We're gonna put the caliber on. Now, I told you guys I'm gonna put Loctite on the actual, damn it, whatever. Alright, Loctite. Reason why I'm gonna put Loctite from the factory comes with Loctite. That's why I'm gonna put Loctite back on. If the factory thinks it's gonna vibrate off, I should think the same exact thing. So what I'm gonna end up using is the blue one. I'm not gonna go crazy on it, just a couple dabs, and we're good to go. And I'm gonna dab on this one too. So let me stop that. Alright. Don't mind me. I'm a little out there. Alright. Got caliber bracket and the bolts ready. Everything's ready to go. In it ready, so we good. Now, pads. The only thing I noticed about these pads, this one got the little clip, the little silencer, or the sensor you could say. This one doesn't have it. So what I'm gonna end up doing is putting that one outside. I guess it's gonna be the inside one, because if you actually look at this is actually kind of weird. You notice these pads, you see this right here, and see this. It wouldn't let me put it in the front. So now, make it the back. So now I know which one goes to the back now. As you can see, this little freaking lip. Now let me see if it goes in the back. Tour like a tour back. Boom. Fits in the back with no problem. Now this one. Easy. And they freaking move with no problem now. Let me see any comments. See if I can say blue. What color? What was that? What kind of impact wrench are you using? I'm actually using a real old, well not old, Ingalls Raw. This is the one that says, it was supposed to say 600 foot-pounds. I'm not 100% sure. I just want to say crackhead special, $30. So it was actually in the other shop I was working at. So this is actually a 1/2 inch one I have. I have another one which is actually a Blue Point one, which is actually same thing, IR. What color? Loctite, bro. Hugo. Damn. I can't really see the freaking thing. I'm using the blue one, the blue Loctite. That's what I'm using. I'm not using the red one. Red one is way too much. Way too much for that. Oh. Think of getting the earthquake. Nah, I don't know. What I'm really am thinking about, air gun wise, the Mako one is actually 1,300 foot-pounds torque, and I'm actually thinking about getting that one in the long run, because I do tend to have problems with these freaking trucks that I do get in here, and I may want to get a stronger 1/2 inch air gun. So I am thinking about getting that, maybe return or not return. Maybe know the feeling. Yep. So back on. The only thing with this, so you guys know, this one, even though it says 600 foot-pounds, I don't feel like the 600 foot-pounds. Even going in forward, it's not that strong. And actually, sometimes put it really light. I'm on max right now, but I put it really light. It just, I don't feel like this is actually the strongest one. And it's actually pretty quiet. I don't know if you guys can notice that. It's actually pretty quiet. Let me bring my other gun so you can actually hear it. I'll put the other one. All right, this is my other 1/2 inch gun. This is actually one that's actually pretty powerful. Actually, one of my first ones I bought years ago, and I still did. I actually rebuilt this like probably twice. Gotta make sure the bolts are not loose. And there's actually, you can say, Blue Point on it. It's actually IR, same freaking thing. Not about it. And you can hear this one, the difference. A lot louder. Versus a lot less. It's not that noisy, but it's actually pretty strong taking out lug nuts. Putting them in is not that strong. I don't trust this putting anything in. I do use this for putting the lug nuts. I have no problem with that. The other one I won't do, only on big trucks like E150s or E250s. Trucks like that I'll do. Besides that, nothing else. Let's get this brake job done. I'm almost done anyway, on this side. So bum, bum. Always put brake lube on the back of the pads. Always do that shit. Well, I always do it. There's no doubt about that. The reason why I do it is, Jesus Christ, do they squeal because they don't have these freaking grease anywhere over here. I always do this. I lube everything in the mother just so I won't have no problem in the long run. Now, in. There it goes. All right. These bolts didn't come with nothing at all. No Loctites and whatnot. Certain vehicles, they want you to change these bolts. If I'm not mistaken, I know some Chevys are doing them, and BMWs and Audis and Mercedes, they want you to change these bolts. So when you buy brake pads, they come with the bolts. Sometimes the reason why they're torque to yield. So what ends up happening is when you torque them up, they actually stretch, so they're done. Chevy are doing that a lot. This is a Chevy. This is actually a Cadillac, but this is not one of these type of bolts. So since I'm in Jersey, this is what I use for those bolts. Have to. It's a given. It's always a given. So I put a little bit on the threads. Little bit on the threads. Lube that shit. Lube that bolt. See that shit? You lube that. So that's it. I don't know if you guys notice, I always hand put them in by hand. Don't fucking put the bolt in the socket and then just weld it in with the gun. Never fucking do that shit. I see people too many times do that shit and cross-thread the damn bolts. Bolt. Hold on a second, I just fucked up my pen. You're probably asking me why I'm using a 1/2 inch on those bolts. They're pretty big and pretty thick, and that's why I'm using this type of gun on that brakes, only because they're big ass bolts and they can take it. This I'm not going too hard, and this is not a strong gun you can put back in. So that's the reason why I use this bolt. Most of the time I use a 3/8, or if not, I do it by hand, depending on the bolt, depending on what size of the bolt. If I'm using like a 10mm socket or whatnot to put on, take off the bolts, I'm doing that shit by hand. I'm not doing that shit by air gun, air ratchet, nothing. I'm doing that by hand because I don't want that shit to break. Big bolts like this for big stuff, I'm not worried about too much with torque. Only all the stuff that I have to, like aluminum calibers, you have to worry about torque 100%. These are not aluminum, these are steel, and you should be good. Ooh. Gotta take off my washer, my rotor holder, you could say. All right, we're done. We're done with the brake job. We did the rotors, we did the pads, we lubed everything up, we cleaned all the rust. Everything's nice and free, it moves, everything's good. So my brake job is done. I know it may take a little bit more longer the way I do it, but this is how I do it for all my brake jobs. All right, other side is going to be a little bit more easier. I'm just trying to figure out where the hell I'm going to put you guys. Nah, I got the door open. That's why I'm just paying attention outside. I don't want nobody trying to sneak up. They had a problem last week. There's 3 stores over here. You could say like a 2-block radius around me. They all got robbed by gunpoint by 3 guys. Like around 6 to 9 o'clock around the day, and it's around 6 o'clock. I just have to be a little bit more cautious of who comes in the shop and whatnot. Like right now, I got the front door locked. So, do I got the front door locked? You know what, guys? Talking about the front door, let me lock it up and I'll be right back. Alright guys, yeah, I had the front door locked. Alright, so now, see if any comments. Frank, read the comments. I'm trying to read the comments. homie hit there. What's Frank turn the phone sideways. Hey, everybody wants to turn the phone sideways. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually get off of the live stream, off the Google. Everybody wants to turn the phone sideways. I guess you want to see more of everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get off the phone, get off the live stream. I'm gonna get back on it through my camera so I can go sideways so you guys can see it. All right. So I'll be back in a little bit. Let me adjust the whole thing and figure out where I'm gonna put you guys. So I'll be right back. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. And where the hell is the button? Ah, here it goes. There's something.